One of the first appearances of you all as a group is the Raw taping on March 31st that aired on April 6th. We're 1 week removed from X-Pac and the Outlaws joining DX. Owen Hart is taking on The Rock for the Intercontinental title, and Owen, still feuding with Hunter coming out of WrestleMania, is poised to win the match when Chyna interferes and costs him the match. Chyna walks off, passes all of DX at the top of the entrance ramp. Was there a whole lot more that could have been done with Chyna at that time? Did she need a revamp and repackage?
So I don't think so. Look, this was very young in all of our careers, I guess you would say, but especially as a faction together. We were very young. Once Chyna started actually wrestling and doing more, I feel like some of the bloom fell off the rose a little bit, because we did build her like a monster, where she hit you, you sold, you went down. And again, once she had to start becoming a character, then you have to get to know her a little better. And if she's going to be a heel or a babyface, I need to know if she's vulnerable in any way. Is she, you know what I mean? So I don't think there was more that could have been done with her at this point. Now
let's talk about wrestlers selling for her in that sense and treating her like a monster. Do you remember any times where people were resistant to put her over in that role?
No, and I really don't.
Everyone had that utmost respect.
They may have said it behind our backs, but they didn't say it. And I'm not saying that to be a tough guy. I'm just saying they may not have said it to us. But I never heard that. I worked with her. I think on a pay-per-view, actually. I had no problem selling for her. She was very believable. She had bigger muscles than I did. That's not even funny. I'm not even kidding there. So I had no problem at all selling for her. And again, I don't think anybody else did either.
Owen turns heel to join the Nation. Did you know at this point the plan was for you guys to move into the babyface role in faction?
Not really. And look, I wasn't paying very close attention, to be quite honest with you. I was just having a blast and chasing, finally chased my dream until I had it in my grasp. Yeah. And so really just having a good time. I felt that we were going to start taking the babyface role just because of different responses from crowds in different scenarios. Like I ducked the Rocks, and we'll watch that here in a second. I duck, they were cheering Rocky, and then I do something to Rocky and they cheer me, and then Billy does something to Rocky and they cheer him. And so I think it was interesting to hear the different reactions and then figure out, oh wait, they're gonna choose us as the baby faces. And like I said earlier, we had no idea that was gonna happen.
I'm sweating today. It is hot, man. We talked about it, bringing the podcast heat. Let's get into the business. And we're talking the DX Nation feud of 98. All right. DX does an interview. We're talking the feud May 11th, 98 edition of Raw from Baltimore, Maryland. DX does an interview, but Owen Hart came out and challenged Triple H, and he brought the Nation with him. They had a match that goes down as average at best. I'm getting the quotes. You can know where these are from.
Yeah, I know
average
exactly
at best, ending when when Owen bit Hunter's ear.
Whoa.
Helmsley bladed the ear, and everyone ran in for the no contest. Prior to the bout, Owen interrupted Triple H, said they had unfinished business. After the bout, Sergeant Slaughter, multiple referees come out to prevent a brawl between DX and the Nation. This is where things are picking up. This is where it's getting excited. Were you worried about turning babyface in this situation?
No. Like we spoke about a little earlier, I think somebody had to be. We just didn't know who that was going to be. And I don't think either one of us minded who it was going to be. It just ended up being DX, you know what I mean?
Faction, Owen Hart.
Can't say enough nice stuff about Owen. Owen would literally rib himself just to rib you. You know what I mean? Like we'd be driving and he'd have somebody driving us and he'd just pull the emergency brake. And
so I tend to think that when you hear so many wrestling stories of ribs that are obviously funny when they're not you, but in the situation, many of these ribs don't actually seem funny. They seem destructive, harmful, and all that. So why is it that with all the ribbing that Owen does, everyone is complimentary and has nothing but good things to say?
Because it was never For him, it's never malicious. It's always all in fun. And you can do him the same way. You know what I mean? It's like a guy like Bradshaw, he fights hard in the ring and he wants you to fight hard against him too. It's like Owen ribs hard and he doesn't mind being ribbed. But it wasn't malicious. It was all in fun. And so also you look back on it and go, while I was in the back seat of a stranger's car going the wrong way on an interstate, away from where the building is, yeah, you're going like, God darn it, Owen. But it's, you look at it and we made it. He didn't, no harm, no foul. It was just, he just ruffled your feathers a little bit. You know what I mean? And he enjoyed that so much. He utilized the life on the road and the business to entertain himself. Yeah. It wasn't about, you know what I mean? It was like he just had fun the whole time, and you could get mad at him or you could just laugh, and you get mad first and then you just go, oh, man, what am I going to do?
I think fun's one of those secrets to success in the world and industry of wrestling, and you see that's why AEW has some success, because a lot of those guys are having some fun right now. Obviously, there's some other things they if they want to go to the next level, they should hopefully go to, but they're having fun, and the more that you can have fun, the more you don't let the stress and pressure of, it's not going my way, I don't like the story, I'm not getting pushed. You can let it just roll off your back and enjoy the fact that you're living an amazing job, getting to entertain people and get in that ring and do cool stuff, man.
Yeah, and look, that's perspective, right? And that's not just in wrestling, that's in life. You can be bitter about your daily travels, or you can, you know what I mean, wake up in the morning and want to smell the roses and enjoy the day. It's all about perspective. And like I said, that's not just wrestling, that's in life. So look at that cup as half full, but you're right. Holy mackerel, you get paid, you're getting to chase your dream, you're on TV, you're a star, you know what I mean? Like, what's not to love?